Inside the Seahawks locker room late Monday, there were Canadian-themed onesies and Kevin Durant throwback jerseys and sneakers adorned with spikes and diamond-studded sunglasses worn indoors. There was Tupac growling from the speakers. There were players sick with the flu that tore through team headquarters last week and teammates who danced in delirium after another game won by single digits. And there was, of course, the most resilient team in pro football, if not the best, or the most impressive, or the most dominant. Minutes earlier, that team's coach, Pete Carroll, had stood before his latest version of the Seahawks and told them, essentially, do right, longer. That was his theme. That's what he kept repeating. Because so far this season, Seattle has been team do right long enough. On Monday night, in the kind of strange and strangely beautiful game that has come to define the Seahawks under Carroll, Seattle fell behind at halftime, rattled off 24 straight points, blew a double-digit lead and held on, somehow, to triumph. The Seahawks have now played 9 games this season that were decided by 7 points or fewer. They have won 8 of them, including this latest seesaw affair. They're also 4-0 in games decided by a field goal or less, and, by virtue of their latest victory, they have climbed above the 49ers, atop their division and into the number 2 position in the NFC. This might seem like some sort of preferred style, a personality quirk, similar to all the onesies and creative touchdown celebrations. The latest, a recreation of a new edition dance on Monday night, ranks among this season's best. But this is not, repeat not, how Seattle wants to play. It's a method preferred over all other alternatives like, say, losing close games, or, worse, falling by large margins, but, as guard DJ Fluker said in that victorious locker room, we want to blow teams out. We're trying to establish that consistency. Do right longer, more or less. For a team that is endearing in both style and fortitude, that has rebuilt around quarterback Russell Wilson in recent years, that waved goodbye to Earl Thomas and Richard Sherman and Michael Bennett and so many others, the Seahawks reinforced on Monday night that they are capable of another Super Bowl run. That is not, repeat not, to say they're now the favorite. Nor is that to say they are without flaws. But in an NFC where it's possible to make cases for or against the Saints, Seahawks, Packers, 49ers, and even Vikings, the team that just keeps winning is as good a bet as any down the stretch. Monday was proof of all of that. Proof that the Seahawks defense can, at times, resemble a sieve, like on the Vikings' opening march for a touchdown, or when Laquan Treadwell shook loose behind some badly blown coverage for a 58-yard fourth-quarter score. Proof that the Seahawks can now deploy 2 starting-caliber running backs in Chris Carson, who has had fumble issues, and Rashad Penny, who has seemed to realize his potential the past 2 weeks. And proof that Wilson, the signal caller who has won and lost Super Bowls with Seattle, has become a bona fide MVP candidate. Most would rank him behind Baltimore's Lamar Jackson, but not by a huge gap, although an admittedly biased Fluker says he thinks Wilson deserves the nod.